see from the beautifully staged and lit backdrop, we're here for day 2 of German Beer Week, and we've got another craft offering this time from probably one of the darlings in the craft beer scene in Germany, and more specifically in Berlin. So we're going over to BRŁO. Never really known how to properly pronounce this, or if it's BRŁO, or if there's some sort of specific way. Well, there's obviously a specific way to pronounce it, but I'm terrible at it. But their name derives from the Old Slavic origin of the name of Berlin. So, yeah, beautiful logo. I do enjoy the BRŁO
logo. So I'm just going to call them BRŁO today.
So apologies for any of the guys at the brewery watching this, potentially watching this. Yeah, I'm a little bit wheezy today for whatever reason. It's boiling in this room for whatever reason, and it's a lazy Sunday, so you've got classic unwashed, herd, scruffy clothed, badly lit, clueless drinker. Why not when you put an effort into a series? But they've got an absolutely beautiful looking premises, sort of like a bar bistro type deal, which I think has the brew house. I know they've got another sort of premises where they do a lot of for other breweries to brew at, or that sort of thing. I'm very, very rusty on this. You can find out about the brewery and what they're all about by clicking the links down below, but I'm going to continue with my misinformed ramble. So yeah, beautiful premises consisting of shipping containers, very modern, very contemporary, and just like this setting, beautifully staged. And they've also got a spot in the prestigious KaDeWe shopping centre, which is basically like the Berlin version of Harrods, and the concept is chicken and beer. I will have to visit there because those are two of my favourite, I was going to say two of my favourite C words then, there's only chicken. Yeah, speaking of C words, this beer is all about the C words. Where am I going with this? Jesus Christ. But anyway, before getting to the beer, if you get the opportunity to, check them out in Berlin. Berlin is like a hot spot, like a craft beer mecca. And I'm hoping at some point next year that I'll be able to get down there, because there's quite a few crazy beautiful people who I've come to know based there, from the German craft brewing scene, and I have had a few beers from these guys, and they have been pretty top notch, to be honest. So yeah, this came with the Beer 52 Oktoberfest box. It was just basically a German beer box. Yesterday's review was from that box as well, and there will probably be one or two more appearing from that box. Today we are looking at the C4PO, which is a West Coast IPA, clocking in at 7% ABV. There's some familiar artwork for all you
the Battlestar Trek Wars fans out there.
Don't you hate it when people make those like purposely incorrect jokes about the likes of Star Wars, Star Trek? It's not funny, it's old, and try harder. But yeah, so C4PO, and basically this is a West Coast IPA brewed with Citra, Cascade, Centennial and Chinook. I'm very excited to see how this bad boy turns out. But yeah, beautiful artwork and beautiful label, and the concept is pretty spot on. So yeah, don't know where my usual bottle opener is, so I'm having to use this one from my Sink the Bismarck bottle, which will ultimately destroy the bottle cap, which is a shame because it's a really nicely designed bottle cap. There we go. Just let it fall to the floor. I'm going to be using my Beer Varna glass, cool little bottle shop based in Munich. only ever managed to go there once, unfortunately. But when I say small, it is small, but lovely, lovely stuff. So anyway, let's see what we get with this one. And I don't know, why are the hairs stuck to my bottle? There's like a clump of hair. I kid you not. I'm not sure how well you can see that in this beautiful camera. Yeah, there's like a clump of like dust or hair stuck to the inside of where the bottle cap was. Anyway, weird. But yeah, beer in a glass then. And that is actually quite hazy. I wasn't expecting it to be that hazy. It's a darker sort of colour. It reminds me of like a really dense chicken gravy actually. But yeah, really not a vibrant one. It's got that sort of almost looks like a cloudy mead. But yeah, it looks fantastic with one finger's worth, holding a cold bottle in between my legs while I'm wearing boxer shorts.
Feels a little bit nicer than it should do, but oh well.
It looks a little bit more vibrant in this lighting, but oh well. And the beer poured with a lovely creamy looking one finger slightly off-white head. But yeah, the colour of the beer does blend into the head slightly as well, but looks pretty damn fine. So let's see what we get on the nose. And it's got that like sticky, oily resin sort of vibe. Very dank, oniony, garlicky. It's that sweet, sticky hoppiness that you can definitely pick up on the nose. Very subtle tropical hints, but it is more in line with stone fruits. But yeah, you could just smell the hoppy bitterness on this beer, and it's so inviting. It really, really is. It's not the most pungent or aromatic of beers, but what is there? It smells pretty damn good. So hopefully it tastes just as good, even better than it smells. That's what she used to say about me. Shit jokes aside, let's get this beer tasted. Prost. Whoa. That is sticky on the back end. Big, bold bitterness. Certainly waking up my palate with that bitterness. But it's not overly harsh. It's not a palate wrecker or anything like that, but that is damn good. You definitely get that sticky oiliness. It's got that sort of like very sticky resin character, which is very good. Little caramel sweetness in there. Yeah, it's just making, I don't very much do this or very often do this, but it's making me taste, because like it's bringing out all of the saliva in your mouth. This is the perfect remedy for people who are suffering from that hazy, soft, fruity burnout that you get in with New England style IPAs. This is like tasting like a classic big West Coast American IPA, and I love this style of beer. I'm really getting back into these big, bold, bitter West Coast IPAs. It's got a lovely smooth body to it. Not too heavy, not too light, but there's like this velvetiness. The beer just distributes around the palate beautifully and leaves a stickiness there. Yeah, this is lovely. And at 7% ABV, devastatingly drinkable. It's letting you know that there's the bitterness there, but it's so tasty that you just want to carry on. And that's a fine example of the West Coast style. in my opinion. It's got like a level of accessibility to it. As I said, it's not a palate wrecker or anything like that, but it is strong and bold, and it lets you know what you're getting yourself into. But yeah, this is one of those beers where I'm drinking it and I'm like, I need 2 or 3 more bottles of this right now. Don't think I can get another 2 or 3 boxes from Beer 52, or else I would skint myself. But this is just hitting the spot right now. That sweet oniony garlicky flavours coming through beautifully as well. Do you know what, this could be perfect with like a halved chicken or something like that baked in the oven. It really lends itself well to good meaty sticky dishes. And with German cuisine, this would go beautifully. It really, really would. That's lovely. That is really, really good. It's probably one of the best beers that I've had from BRŁO. I know I say that wrong every time, but I do apologise. You make wonderful beer, and I'd love to visit you guys, because I need to do a week in Berlin. But the thing is, I know that I wouldn't want to come home. But maybe, hey, if that has to happen, that has to happen. Who am I to disagree with the beer gods? But yeah, wonderful stuff. There's part of me thinking this is a 10 out of 10 beer. But I think that's just because of the current IPA climate that's making me want to say that. So I want to be as objective as I can. So I don't think I can go any lower than a 9 out of 10 for this one. Maybe if there was a little bit more of a fruitiness from the hoppy character. Maybe if that citrus character from the citra hop, which very evident on the nose, but just not as much because, well, I like citra. It's one of my favourite hops, but it was just a little bit more fruity and had a little bit more of a citrusy zing, then I think this would definitely be like 10 out of 10. Could I have this be in like 2 weeks' time and give it a 10 out of 10? Knowing me, yes. Is it one that you need to check out? Hell yes. As I said, probably my favourite BRŁO beer. Probably my favourite beer from the brewery as of yet, and there's still a lot that I need to try from them. Hopefully I can get some merch. I might have to reach out, use my beer tube credentials, which don't exist. All joking aside, this is absolutely lovely. It really, really is. Hashtag lovely, Paul. Hashtag lovely. And if you have tried it, let me know your thoughts, opinions. If you haven't, do what you can to source a bottle. By the time I get this uploaded and ready for the German Beer Week, I don't know when I'm even doing that. I'm just recording in advance so I can prepare. That box will probably have already finished. But definitely check out Beer 52. I think they're doing a sort of a Baltic box next, which sounds interesting. But yeah, as someone who loves German craft beer, getting to try stuff like this is a real treat for me. And again, that could have bled into a 10 out of 10 review, but I want to be as objective as I can be. And I think 9 out of 10, spot on. Beer's absolutely wonderful. If you've tried it, let me know your thoughts, opinions. If you've tried anything else from the brewery, recommendations always welcome. Let me know some of your favourite modern West Coast IPAs so I can check those out as well. Check out BRŁO, check out Beer 52, check out my review for yesterday, and of course the Beer Week playlist, as well as my German beer playlist in general, because yeah, I think you can tell I've got a little bit of a bias towards German beer, and that's why I'm celebrating it this week. So hopefully you'll join me tomorrow. I think I'm going to go a little bit traditional tomorrow. I think I have to break up the craft for a little while and let the old school boys come out and kick the craft beer chaps and ladies around the playground. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you'll join me tomorrow. Bis dann. Tschüss.